Hello again, everyone. Hope you're all having a great day today so far. It's an absolutely beautiful day here, as you can see. But I wanted to come on here because I'm sure you read my little intro there, where it simply says, I have a confession to make. And that is true. I do have a confession to make. And that confession is that I have failed. Now, what have I failed at? Well, a few weeks back, I posted on here, and I may have shared on a Facebook Live, a challenge that I've been a part of. It's the 75-day Biz Blitz challenge, and it's based off of the 75 Hard program that I'm sure many of you know about. Some of you may have also completed it. It's one I completed back over the winter, where there are several tasks, physical or otherwise, that you have to complete without exception, without modifications, each and every day for 75 straight days. You miss any one of those tasks in any way on any given day, you go back to day one. Same thing with this, but this is more business related. There's certain tasks that we have to complete each and every day to help our business continue to grow. That's the whole, basis behind wanting to do this. And yesterday, one of them, ironically, is probably the easiest thing for me to do, because Facebook Live, simply because, if you know me, as well as I'm sure some of you do, talking is not a problem. Shutting up is a problem, but talking is not. After so many years in the media industry, one thing I can do is talk. I can run my mouth with the best of them. But I forgot to do my Facebook Live yesterday. No excuses. I was focusing on a group call in one of my other groups that I was working on, and I was really focused on that. And it was one of those things where, I would remember at different points of the day that I needed to do that. I needed to do Facebook Live. And then I continued doing something else. And of course, it slipped my mind. And then the same thing a couple hours later, and so on and so forth. And the last time I remembered was when I'd already gotten into bed at, 11 o'clock, whatever time it was. And at that point, to do a Facebook Live, I could have done it. No one would have seen it. Who knows how many people would be up at 11 o'clock at night watching me do a Facebook Live, of all things. So I didn't do it. So I go back to day one, and that's okay. I have absolutely no problem with that, because instead of looking at it as a failure in the way a lot of people think of failure, as it being something bad, something negative, I'm looking at it as a teaching tool, as a learning opportunity, a lesson to be learned. That yesterday, thinking back to how my day unfolded yesterday, that I didn't have my day mapped out as well as I needed to have it mapped out, to make sure I got everything done that I needed to get done and didn't forget doing an important piece of my day. It isn't just, because I wanted to continue, completing the next day of the challenge. That's part of it. You want to succeed in that way, but we're doing these things so we can continue improving our business day after day after day after day, because that's what we have to do anyway. That's what anybody who is in the business world, you're trying to do better each and every day, so you got to do the work each and every day. So I'm back to square one. Here's Facebook Live, day number 1. And I thought it was a great opportunity to share the lesson that I have learned with all of you, that we're human. I'm human. You're human. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all forget to do things. We all slip up. We all let things fall through the cracks, and it doesn't make us any lesser of a person. It doesn't make us weaker. It doesn't make us unsuccessful. It just means we're human. And as long as we learn from our mistakes, our missteps, we're going to be better for it. I'm going to be better for it, because I made damn sure that I understood that I needed to get my Facebook Live done at a certain time during today. And I made sure I scheduled it at a time when I could, and I had my, obviously had the ready-made idea to talk about, because what better way to help people learn than to have them learn from your own personal mistakes and go from here. So that is my confession. Yes, I am, I make mistakes. I am flawed. I know, surprise, surprise, shocked me too. Just kidding. But if that ever happens to you, whether it's health and fitness, your nutrition, career, family, whatever it is, whatever aspect of your life it is, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't compound the problem by just continue to dwell on it and dwell on it and dwell on it. And next thing you know, it's day after day after day of getting, of falling into that rut, into that rabbit hole, if you will. Accept you made a mistake. Take ownership of it like I'm doing right now. And I shared it with the group earlier in the day as well that I had failed. I mean, I could have just pretended that I did it, and no one would have been the wiser, but I would have known. I would have known. And one of my core values being integrity, my number one core value being integrity, that I went and shared with the group that I messed up, made no excuses. I owned it. I took ownership of it, and I'm going to learn from it. And I'm going to be better for it. So, and you will too. You will too. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Have a great rest of your evening. I will catch you all tomorrow. And as always, if you need to reach me, you know how to find me. Take care, folks.